and welcome back to the Toasty Show. Today is Wednesday. We're going to follow up on Star Wars: A New Hope. What we're going to talk about today, first off, is a suggestion from a certain mother. And I'm pretty happy to bring this up because I need to address to the world that my mother thinks that Star Wars is about R2-D2 and C-3PO. And you know what? There's some validity to that. Somewhere. Not in the Star Wars movies.
It's not a thing.
Ah!
Oh my god. What is that?
I was going to drink out of that. I'm a little parched. Goodbye, cup.
How long that was in there?
It just got there.
Was it flying?
I don't know. I just looked back and it was there. Anyway. Yeah, so the idea is that because it follows R2-D2 and C-3PO throughout 1, 2, 3, and you see them in 4, 5, and 6,
you see them everywhere.
Yeah, you see them everywhere. Thus, I guess it's about the traversion of these droids from this group of people to this group of people and all that they've experienced.
No.
But no.
It's just not.
No, it's just
that's
about,
thinking way too deep
it's
into
about the Skywalkers.
Yeah. That's thinking way too deep.
I mean, it's a fun fan theory, perhaps. But it's not
right
what the movies are about.
No one should think that.
But yeah, you know what? If you guys agree with that, let my mom know. I bet she'd be so happy to hear that someone doesn't think she's insane. That being said, we're going to talk about the watch order of Star Wars. Star Wars is perhaps the most famous and or infamous series for its non-chronological release order. I get that's part of the magic of Star Wars, almost, is the originals and then the prequel trilogy. It's spawned quite a bit of animosity among fans,
debating how to watch it, in what order.
So we're going to talk about the order we think it should be watched in, and this is going to include every Star Wars movie, maybe not the Christmas special or the Ewok book, every major release Star Wars movie. First things first, there's the obvious production line order. You watch them in the order they were released. So that'd be 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, Force Awakens, Rogue One, and then Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I don't quite agree with that one.
I agree with it for most part.
Yeah.
But
Rogue One is my thing. Rogue One
One
needs to be somewhere.
Somewhere, not where it is.
Yeah, it's just not in between Force Awakens and
Last Jedi.
Yeah. And then there is chronological order. So you would watch 1, 2, 3, Rogue One, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I think I want to suggest somebody watching it that way, but I
Makes
think
me want to slap whoever came up with that.
But I think I can understand how a non-Star Wars watcher would be like, that's how I need to watch it.
Yeah.
So, but I wouldn't suggest it. My kids are not watching it that way.
Part of Star Wars is watching it 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
That being said, I do think Rogue One, I don't know, it's almost like you should watch. It's so hard to watch Rogue One.
Yeah.
The way it was given out, because we've always known A New Hope, and then we came out with Rogue One, and it just brought this whole new light to it. But if you're watching it for the first time,
you
can't watch Rogue One ahead of it.
Yeah.
It's almost like you have to watch A New Hope, Rogue One, Empire.
Yeah. But it's
that
like
also feels weird.
That's also weird, like watching Rogue One right after New Hope.
Yeah, it's
so it's like
maybe you should watch.
But like, if you're like first watching Star Wars, Rogue One does not need to be your first Star Wars movie.
No.
Like it doesn't work like that.
Maybe you should watch like production order, except Rogue One is taken out and put at the end. And as with Solo thrown at the end. Like the anthology films can just go at the end.
Or just switch Rogue One and Force Awakens. So just like 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, Rogue One, Force Awakens.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. Like, if all of the anthology films are going to be between 3 and 4, then I think the anthologies should be watched
together.
Yes, after the original. Trilogy.
I can see that.
And you should watch 4, 5, 6, Rogue One, Solo, Kenobi, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. Man, Star Wars is fucked up.
It's it's
and then there is the popular among haters Machete Order. Machete Order currently cuts out A Phantom Menace and Rogue One, and it goes A New Hope, Empire, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi, and then 7 and 8. I guess the reason for doing this is you get to see the buildup of the conflict between Luke and Vader, and then you get to see Vader's fall, and then immediately afterwards his redemption.
I don't like that word.
Meanwhile, saying I smite thee to Darth Maul and most of Jar Jar and Little Annie.
See, like, I don't have a problem, like, because I don't ever want to watch Phantom Menace again. I will, but like, I don't want to. But like, if you're watching Star Wars, you gotta watch it. It's just like, you have to.
I like watching A Phantom Menace. I like all the Star Wars movies. I've said this before. I like watching all the Star Wars movies. Phantom Menace is good to me. Well, it's not like a good movie.
It's just that you're a Star Wars fan.
It's not.
So
I don't think it's a bad movie. I've seen worse. Like, really, I've seen worse. I enjoy watching most of A Phantom Menace. So, do I think it should be cut out? No. Rogue One. Rogue One was really good when I first saw it. The fourth time I saw it, I was like, I actually don't give a shit about these characters.
Yeah.
Or most of what's happening
I don't think you should watch Rogue One that many times. I think a good solid viewing.
Just one viewing
and then
Rogue One.
See the end clip multiple times. I think you'll be good.
Yeah.
Man, that's
Rogue One it's an anthology. You only need to watch it once, maybe twice. But like, don't watch it many times because eventually you'll start to feel the bad parts of it, and you'll feel them hard. So like Rogue One, I would almost cut Rogue One out more than Phantom Menace. But I don't think you should cut out any of the Star Wars movies. So like Machete Order can go screw itself. I'm mildly intrigued by the idea of seeing the fall and then redemption of Darth Vader. But at the same time, I'm like
yeah. I don't know. I just feel like everyone should see it how we saw it.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe not in the exact same order, like we said, but like 4, 5, 6, and then
the anthologies, and then prequels, and then sequels.
Yeah.
It's about to get so complicated with the live action TV show. Like, we already, what about Clone Wars?
Yeah,
what about all this shit?
It's so much.
So much Star Wars. And it's amazing. Every bit of it.
So what is your final order?
My final order, 4, 5, 6, anthologies, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8.
Oh, so you're going anthologies before the prequels?
Yeah.
I think I'll go 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3 anthologies, and then 7, 8, 9.
You know, thinking about the anthologies themselves, I guess I'm not thinking about Kenobi. Kenobi would be nice to watch after watching Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
So I will agree with you on that.
Because, like...
I was thinking of Solo and Rogue One.
It's just how many of these are they going to do? That's the problem. So, like, at the end of this, we could have a different opinion.
Hopefully. Yeah, I mean, our order could change. Maybe we'll follow up on the follow-up. But,
one day.
One day. Yeah, so if you're going to watch Star Wars for the first time, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, maybe take a break. Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, Rogue One, Solo, Kenobi, Boba Fett, Yoda, other ones.
Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and then 9.
Death of the Universe. And then if we got to talk about like how you throw Clone Wars and Rebels in there, we don't know.
Because no, we're not going to talk about that right now.
There's no way. You had to have grown up doing these things in order. It doesn't work. That being said, we'll see you Friday. Stay toasty.